Welcome to Spotlight. I'm Karen Pelka, and I'll be speaking with Wing Thiele. Today's show is sponsored by Women's Life Insurance Society. Welcome, Wing, to Spotlight.
Thanks for having me here.
So we're here to talk about cars. Lots of cars and a great weekend here coming up this summer. So tell us about it.
Well, it's called Blue Water Cruise Weekend. It's one of the biggest weekends. We have a lot of different things going on. We have a cruise night, we have a car show, we have fireworks, and we have a carnival. So it's something for everyone.
Wow, that sounds like a really great weekend. How did this start? You know, I've heard about it and it sounds like it's expanding and you're making a really great time for families. But how did it start?
Well, the car show actually started about 16 years ago. The Fort Gratiot Business Association president at that time, Keith Peterson, wanted to put together a car show. So we did that 16 years ago. And then, probably maybe 10 years ago, the city of Port Huron used to do a cruise night, and they approached Fort Gratiot Township and asked them if they would take it over because they were finding that a lot of people were coming to the north end anyways.
Yeah.
So Fort Gratiot Township did take it over, and combined with Fort Gratiot Business Association, we just decided to make it a whole weekend. And then we've added things like the carnival and fireworks just to make it more family friendly.
Wow, it's going to be great. Do you have any specific older cars that you represent yourself or your family?
Personally, I don't have any cars.
Other than practical ones?
Yes. I just like to see them. I used to be president of the Fort Gratiot Business Association. I'm still on the board right now, so that's how I got involved volunteering for the car show. And then, of course, things just kind of went from there with all the things we've added. So really in a partnership with some members of the Fort Gratiot Business Association of Fort Gratiot Township, we're just working together to put this weekend together for families.
Wonderful. Is there any cost to attend it?
For the car show, there is no cost to attend it.
Okay.
For people that want to register their car, and it could be a classic car or a unique car, it could be a hot rod. We'd love to have any type of car there. So if you want to register your car, it's $10 if you register before June 15th. Okay. After that, then we close registration until the day of the event, and it'll be $15 at the event. Okay. But that $10 covers things like we have a band that plays, we're going to have trophies. The businesses put together a great goodie bag for all of the car show participants. And also this year, like every year, we try to put together a local charity. And this year we're benefiting Tires and Treads, which fits right in because they're car related, and they try to do things for kids like shoes and clothes for the local schools and help kids make wishes come true. Wow, so it's a good partnership this year. Every year we pick a different charity.
That's wonderful. So what date is this weekend? What are the dates?
It's always the last full weekend in June. Okay. So this year the fireworks will be, I believe it's June 24th, which is the Saturday, which is the same day as the car show. So the car show is from 10 to 3. Registration begins at 8:30. Fireworks is that night. Cruise night is the Friday night before that. And that's a fun night for cars too, because what we've added a couple years ago was pit stops. So people with their classic cars or hot rods or whatever, they can stop at various locations and they'll get a free item from that business. And they also get a sticker. And at the end, they can turn their stickers in for a raffle or a drawing that we have at the very end for different gift cards. Okay. So that's a fun night for them too.
So they're actually cruising down the road.
Yeah, they're cruising down, up and down, and that's one of the reasons why we did it, because I think a lot of people with cars want to just park. But we like to see, the spectators like to see the cars cruising up and down, so we're hoping that cars will partake in the pit stops and cruise up and down the road.
Right. It is fun to sit on the sideline as a spectator and watch the cars go by versus going up and down the lanes. That, there's these two different approaches, but to actually have the revving of the engines and watching this. How many cars do you expect or have you had in the past couple of years?
Well, for the car show, we usually have about 200 cars. For cruise night, I can't even tell you because it's a busy night. People start putting their chairs out early in the morning, and I mean, I would say thousands of cars. So
That's
it's
wonderful.
it's a fun night for everyone.
Is there anything that, how can they get a hold of you, and is there any other things that you'd like to share?
Well, for the car show, they can register online at www.fortgratiotva.org. We also have car show registrations, which we'll be passing out. They're not quite all printed out yet, but we'll be passing them out probably next week at various Fort Gratiot businesses. But for right now, if you go to the website, fortgratiotva.org, you can register online.
Wonderful. Sounds like it's going to be a great weekend.
I think it will be.
I have to put it on the calendar.
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Wing, for joining us today. And thank you for joining us on Spotlight.